Let's start. The sun is going down, 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 down. My trousers are wet and I don't know why. But hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Eilidh, and if you are not, then hello. It is good to see you again. We have got another reading vlog. I can't stop doing reading vlogs. I've literally just been wanting to read all the time. Like, I've been going bam, 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 bam with all of these reading vlogs, and I want to keep doing them. Like, I no joke, I have no ideas for anything else. So I've been going back to my old tactics and being like, what sort of reading vlogs can we do? So we've done a 24-hour reading vlog. We have done a Kindle Unlimited reading vlog. We have done I already said that one. Reading 200 pages a day reading vlog. And now we are doing a fantasy reading vlog. We're going to be reading some fantasy books, and I cannot wait because I've literally been in a fantasy mood for like ever. It's been weird. It's been a mix of like fantasy and hockey because I just read a book. I've just read a 5-star book and I'm like, ah. So low-key want to be reading hockey now, but I planned to do this video ages ago and I like said to myself, just wait. We're going to be doing fantasy in a bit, but we're going to be reading some fantasy. So I've got 3 books. Three books that I want to read. I'm pretty sure I'm going to read them because I actually don't have that many physical fantasy books, and I've been wanting to read like a physical book. I was thinking about doing some on Kindle, but I just read a bunch of books on Kindle, and so I'm kind of like, I need to read one of my books. I need to read an actual physical book. So, and this is the one I'm going to start with because I've been wanting to read this book for so long. Let's see if I can get it out. The Book of Azrael. I wanted to read this book for like ever. I saw it and like I've been seeing it around like social media, like little things like book talk. I've seen it. I've heard little things about it, and I'm like, I might as well. And then I saw it in Kindle Unlimited, and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna go out and buy it. Yeah, that didn't last long. I think I literally saw this in the works. No, it wasn't in the works. In Waterstones, actually. God, if it was in the works, I would have done that a very long time ago. But I saw this in Waterstones, and I was like, you're coming home with me. So I ended up buying it. But look how pretty this cover is. That's if the sun is not. Look how pretty it is. I have no idea what this book is about. Like, zero idea what this book is about. I think I've skimmed the back, but haven't really read it properly. So we're kind of going into this blind, but I do know that it is still on Kindle Unlimited. And this baby is thick. Like, this baby is thick. So I think I'm going to be switching from reading it physical to reading Kindle, because I did that with Wild Love and I loved doing that. That helped me focus on that book so much, and now I love that book. But we're going to read this. Start this now. The font is tiny and I already have a headache, so I don't know how this is going to go, but pretty sure it's dual POV. Something about gods and monsters, because that's what the series is called, Gods and Monsters Book 1. I have no idea how long this series is, but let's start reading this and see how we go. I'm hoping I'm going to power through this. I'm really hoping I'm going to power through this book. Who knows? Who knows? My reading is so mixed. It goes up and down all the time, so we'll see. But let's start this beautiful book. I love reading. I'm loving this book so far. Like, actually loving it. And I keep skipping it forward. But I have been swapping between reading it from a paperback and reading it on Kindle. just because it's fun. And also I feel like I read a lot faster when I'm on Kindle, and also I'm not so worried about how many pages I'm reading either. But I am just over halfway of the book. I'm at 54%. I love this book so much. I'm enjoying it so much. It's like so easy to read, and actually to points I forget I'm reading, especially when I'm really, really into it. It takes me a bit, like it takes me maybe like a chapter or two to like dive into it, but as soon as I'm in it, I don't want to stop reading it, and I just want to keep going, and I want to know what happens. And even like the first couple of chapters, I was like, ah, what is going on? I love this already. And especially when Liam came into it, because he didn't come into it straight away, but as soon as he came into it, I was like, I love him. I love him so much. And I love Diana as well. And the fact that they are literally sworn enemies, and the stuff that happens in this book, like not even a lot has happened between them in this book, but I know it's definitely an enemies to lovers. But the enemies are enemy. There's not even a word, but the enemies are like, the enemies, they are like battling. But we've had a bit of a turning point now, because in this book, basically you have like the gods and you've got the monsters. Like centuries ago, there was this massive battle. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't quite know fully what happened in this battle, because there's obviously talks of like the god wars, and there's one side of it, but I don't believe that is the true version of it. But Diana is a monster. She is classed as a monster. I'm guessing she's kind of like a vampire, but not. Like, she's a lot more powerful, and she doesn't suck blood. She eats people to like gain power. She doesn't eat people to survive, she eats people to like gain power and like strength and all of that stuff. So, but she still like has blood as well, and it's really gross actually. But she is classed under monsters, and she made a deal with Caden, who is like, let's say, the king of the monsters. He is a self-proclaimed king, basically, and is feared amongst all of the monsters because the world ender, Liam, is a god, and he is like this legend person thing who was just a myth, like didn't think was real. But Caden knew he was real. Caden is afraid of Liam, and Liam is not only a myth, but is real and has come down because there was a little incident that Diana caused. But did she really cause? And Liam came back. But Caden is looking for this book, the Book of Azrael, and we're not quite sure why he wants it. Diana doesn't really know, even though she was second in command to him. She never really knew anything. She was basically like his slave, because Diana was turned into the monster that she is by him because she was trying to save her sister. So basically gave up her life for her sisters, pretty much. But Diana's learned a few things that Caden has been lying to her and is not true, and so has now made a new deal with Liam to save again her sister's life, because she's like, I don't trust Caden, he's going to destroy everything, he's going to destroy me, he doesn't care about me, nothing, blah 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 blah. I'm going to go to the other side and help them and find out what is happening. Find out what this book is, if it's even real, and I need to get it before Caden gets it and destroys everything. So she's had to partner up with her arch enemy, and there's now like false proximity, there's just so much banter as well, and just back chat and sass and all of that. Obviously it's enemies to lovers. I would say it's also like dark fantasy as well, because it is very dark. There's a lot of talk about like depression, anxiety, PTSD and all of that sort of stuff as well. There is a lot of different tropes in it. There is a one bed trope, and oh my god, that scene! But I'm actually loving it so much. I'm loving watching Liam. We're understanding more of Liam and also the past. There's a lot of flashbacks And I enjoy flashbacks and I also don't enjoy flashbacks because sometimes I just want to know what happens between the two characters. Like, I love that character development when we're seeing the shift, and I feel like we're getting to the shift part. Like, it's taken a while. Like, we've read 318 pages and only now I'm seeing like a slight shift. We're not quite there yet, but only now I'm seeing a shift. And I'm like, I need to know more, I need to see more. But yeah, so there is so much unpacked. Even with Diana, she is like the most powerful. Like, she's probably as powerful as a god. So that is scary to, well, not scary to Liam, but interesting to Liam, because he's like, you shouldn't be this powerful. You shouldn't. And he's even like, you don't even know what you're capable. And I don't think Diana actually really knows what she's capable of. So yeah, there's a lot of like questions that are slowly being answered and we're slowly seeing, but so far I'm absolutely enjoying where this is going and I love it so much. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it doing on Kindle as well, because I feel like this again is such a thick book. It's like nearly 600 pages and the font is absolutely tiny. I am reading it a lot slower than I thought I was gonna be, because I'm like having to reread things when I skim over stuff, and I'm like, actually no, I need to read that part again because that bit was important, or that part was really cute and I need to reread that properly, because my brain just goes off with fairies sometimes when I'm reading. But yeah, so far absolutely loving swapping between the two. But I want to get to about page 400 today. Don't know if that's going to be possible, but we're gonna see. Like, I want to read about that much more, which is like another 80 pages. So we'll have a go, but so far, I am loving it. I am loving it. And I know the rest of the series is on Kindle Unlimited as well. The 4th book has yet to be released. Don't know when it's going to be released. I don't actually think that's been talked about yet, but I'm very excited to find out what happens in this book and to see if I want to continue the series as well. What? I didn't mean to finish this book now. I didn't mean to finish it on my Kindle either. I think I need a process. I need a second to think. What? I think actually my whole plan for this video has now gone to pot because I need to read the next one. Like, I need to read it now. Like, now. What happened? What? One, that ended so violently. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting it to one, end on a cliffhanger, and two, like, any of that stuff to happen. What did I just read? I loved it. For one, I loved it, and I'm shocked. I'm genuinely, like, shocked. I need to read the next one. I think I'm just gonna have to read the next one on my Kindle. I was thinking about reading a completely different series, but I don't think I mentally can because I need to know what happens. Oh, I love that so much. I think I'm gonna give it 5 stars. Just like, I can't. I actually can't eat. I don't have the words to explain what just happened or what I just read, but I loved it. I love the characters. I love watching what happened between the two. It kind of went from enemies, friends, to lovers, to something. Well, not even 2 lovers, but kind of not. I don't know how to explain it, but I love it, and I need to know what happens. What happens next? Oh my god. It is 600 pages long, but I think we just have to do it. I think we just have to devour this series now, because I just can't. So if this turns into a little reading vlog of me reading the Gods and Monsters series, so be it, because freaking hell, this was a 5 stars. Like, call it dark fantasy, romance, slow burn, enemies to lovers, like battle stuff. There's like witches, there's vampires, there's like other mythical creature things there's gods, there's so much in this book. There is so much to unpack, and honestly the plot line to this and the plot twists and just everything that happens within this book has taken me by surprise, and I have loved every single second of it. I don't think I have anything bad to say at all. I was genuinely I think I was overcomplicating the like God War battle like history in this book, because I kind of read it properly when it was like explained, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. Like, I don't know why I had something else in my head for what happened, but like, it was great. It was, has anyone read this book? You read this book? Kids, freak it out. Like, the language as well, and just how it was written was so easy to read for me, being dyslexic, and also it wasn't boring. It was constantly moving, constantly going. There was always something going on, but it didn't slack. Let's just say I wasn't disappointed. I was given everything that I wanted and more. So I'm going to read the second one on my Kindle. I need to buy the physical book as well for the second one, because I just don't think that I cannot. I want it, and I want it now. But it's on Kindle Unlimited. It's called The Throne of Broken Gods. It is just over 600 pages. I'm going to try and devour 300 today, which I think I could do. Like, easy peasy. Download, please. I need to read you now. Yeah. I'm shocked. I don't know how, I need it now. I need you to download now for me, please. Please. Thank you. Thank you. I might take a small little, like, intermission break, because I think I need to calm down on my emotions a little bit. Or I'm just gonna go headfirst straight in. I might go headfirst straight in, I'm not gonna lie. I think we're gonna go just straight in. You better not take me 12 hours to read. You better not take me that long to read. How many are there? There is nearly 100 chapters. So I'm hoping... I don't know. Go back. Go back. Oh my god, we've got different POVs as well. We're gonna read this. I'm so excited. I'm scared. Okay, let's talk. Let's chat, let's talk. I'm at 48% through this book. I'm on chapter 50. Don't know if you can see that. I'm not sure how I feel about this book. Like, really not. There's some moments I absolutely love. Like, the last few chapters I've loved, because I'm seeing more of a development through it. For the first, like, 25%, it was really hard to read, because it was like the bad part. It was like the bad part. It's where the first book left off and chaos just took over. So for the first like 25-30% of the book, I just wanted to skip it, because I wanted to skip to the part where there's no longer that separation and we get through the bad bit and we get through the chaos and like the trying to do everything on your own, like, that part. I didn't want to read that part. I knew that was going to happen. I knew that whole thing was going to conspire, and I knew there was going to be so much hate and rage and, like, just anger and just destruction. There was a lot. I didn't think it was going to be as long. I didn't think, like, coming to 48%, now there was going to be a turn, now there was going to be more of, like, a thing. But I didn't really know what to expect of this book. I honestly didn't think the last book was going to leave off where it did. Like, I genuinely didn't think that was going to happen. So I've been enjoying the overall storyline. I've been enjoying the plot line of it, but I am generally more interested in the character relationship than I am the actual plot. I couldn't really care less about this mysterious character that's kind of hiding in the background. I don't really care. I care more about Diana and Liam and finding out what happens between the two of them. That's what I care about. So yeah, I find like it's really hard, like, because I got like this when I was reading Iron Flame. It was hard for me to read because that book felt very plot based instead of character based, and I went into that book wanting more of the character development, relationship development, you know, that sort of thing, and that book barely had any of that. And I'm kind of getting the same feeling with this book, but I think it is changing now. I think we are finally getting to a bit where the realization is happening, where there's the turnover, where things are going to change and there's going to be a bit more communication. I feel like it. I have really been enjoying it. I'm not enjoying it as much as I enjoyed the first one. The first one was a 5-star read. This one, it's sitting more at a 4. It kind of depends on how this book finishes, how it leaves off. But I'm on like page 300, so I've got another 300 pages to go, and I definitely want to finish this book today. And I just want to kind of bosh it out and see what happens, because I've got to the point where I just need to know, like, this war is happening. There is so much, like, info and plot and just everything that I'm just like, I need to know what happens. I need to know, like, all the information. I need to know what happens with the characters. I need to know what happens with this book. I need to know what happens with this mysterious evil villain in the background. Like, what's going through Caden's head? There's been some times where we've seen his POV. Like, I've read one, and honestly, my mind is changing about Caden, but I don't know if that's good. I don't know if that's my dark romance mind coming in and being like, yeah, he's the villain. We like villains. We want the villain to get the girl. But I don't think it really works in this story. But I generally think that is my brain going in, because we've kind of read what he's feeling, how he's seeing things, and we've kind of seen a different light. So I'm a little bit like, I want to hear more from Caden. I want to hear, like, his side, what's going through his head, what's, like, the past, and, like, we're still getting flashbacks of everything, so we're seeing a lot of things. And I just want to know everything. I have no theories, because I think this book is going to take me on an absolute emotional roller coaster, and, like, plot twists and just everything. I think it's just going to be jammed packed with everything. So I want to know. I want to know how this finishes. There's 2 more books after this one, and I don't think I'm mentally prepared for it. I don't think I'm mentally prepared for what's going to happen with this, but I have a funny feeling this one's going to be more of a build-up to something than actually, like, the big thing happening. There might be a big thing in this, but I don't think it's going to be the big thing. It might just be a small, tiny one, but not the big one. That's kind of where my mind is, because if I've got another 2 books, I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to carry on reading, try and bosh it out, and see where it is. There is, like, nearly 100 chapters in this book, but the chapters are quite short, which I'm liking. So it's keeping me engaged. I'm a bit like, oh, I can read another one. And then I'm like, I've read so much. So that's a good thing, but I need to know what happens. I need to finish it. I need to know. And I need to know if I'm going to read the next one. I don't think I'm going to read the next one, because I kind of want to read Lightlark after this. Like, I just need something different. I don't know, but freaking love Kindle Unlimited. This is like my favourite thing in the whole entire world, but let's carry on reading.
We used to have each other's playlists. No, no. Used to be each other's best friends. Yeah. And now we go our separate pathways, but your heart's still in mine. Yeah. And maybe we...
Right. Fine. I thought I was going to finish this book before I left. I haven't. I didn't do what I wanted to do, which is fine. So I have about, I think it said 2 hours maybe, left of the book, just under 2 hours, maybe like an hour 40. I have an hour 48, so about nearly 2 hours, just under 2 hours. And I'm going to the spa now. So, I don't look at me going to the spa. So I am going to take this book with me. I'm probably going to read it in the car on the way there. I'm also going to read it while I'm there if I don't finish it in the car, because I have a feeling that I'm just going to devour these last like 20% of the book. Just under 20%. I think I have like 15% actually. I actually love it so much. It's not as good as the first one, just because I didn't really like the beginning. It took me too long. But I love the like POVs. Like we're literally seeing everybody that we can possibly see, like inside their heads, and actually everything that they're thinking. I'm like, this is adorable. Like I love this. But I'm gonna finish this at the spa, so I don't know if I'll be able to update while I'm there, or I don't really know if I'm allowed to film. If I'm not, I will try and film me reading, but if not, and if I do finish this, I'm gonna go ahead and start reading Light Lark. I was thinking about continuing the series, but I think I need a change afterwards or I will get in a slump. I just need something different. So I was like, let's Light Lark. This is one of my most anticipated reads, again, of this year. And I wanna read it. Like, I've seen fan art, I've seen so much stuff about it. This is becoming a movie as well. And Universal's is making it. So I hope it's good. But if I don't update you and I do finish this, then I'm gonna start reading this. So let's just go to the spa, have a relaxing time, read, go in the pool. I'm gonna try and film. If I don't film, then oh well. But praying that I can. If not, it's gonna be sneaky on my phone. So let's go have a grand old time. I feel like a boss bitch right now. Look at me going to the spa. I did not expect half of that to happen. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was full of literally everything. And there's 2 more books. Like there's 2 more books after this. Like yes, okay, fair enough where this one left off. Okay, I know roughly what's going to happen in the next one. But the 4th one, that hasn't even come out yet. That comes out in May next year. So I've got to wait a few months for it. But guys, I'm shocked. I'm actually shocked. I think I'm only gonna give it like a 4 stars though, because like I'm not desperate. Like I'm not desperate to read the next one. I definitely need a change, so I'm definitely gonna start reading Light Lark. I thought I was gonna finish the book yesterday when I was at the spa, but I just generally didn't read much, so I knew that I wanted to finish the book this morning. It's so early. I got up so early, but I want to read Light Lark now. But guys, that book, I am loving the series though, I'm not gonna lie. I'm loving the series and I definitely want to read the next book some point soon. I don't want to leave it for too long because I don't want to forget what happens. But I think I'm bamboozled. Like, I'm actually bamboozled. Crazy. Crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna start reading Lightlark. It's like a thick book and it's long, but like I'm gonna end up breaking this spine because this is thick paper. Like, this is thick. Oh, I'm 100% gonna, this spine is 100% gonna break. Even just doing that, it's already creased. I do not like the idea of that, but I want to start reading Lightlark today. I have no idea what it's about. No idea. I think there might be a love triangle thing in it. I might be wrong. And some sort of competition. Again, might be wrong, but I want to try and read 200 pages today because I need to finish it tomorrow. Because I'm going away and I need to finish it as quickly as possible. So, saying that, let's just jump straight into this book. I need to forget about this or I'm gonna keep thinking about it forever and then I'll drive myself mad. So I need a change. I need a slight change. So we're gonna start reading Lightlark, see how I feel. Because I've had mixed reviews about this. A lot of mixed reviews. But I'm excited, so let's go. About this book. I don't know how I feel about this book so far. I'm only 100 pages into it, and when I first started reading like the first 50 pages, I was generally thinking about DNFing it because I just didn't know if I was in the mood for it. I'm not gonna lie. I read the first 50 pages and I was like, do I want to read this? Because I was getting a little bit confused with things because I didn't feel like things were explained clearly or like they just weren't simple for me to understand. So I was like, oh, I don't really know if I have it in me to concentrate on this book, especially like reading it really early in the morning as well. I was like, no, I don't want to do this. But I then read the next 50 pages as well, so 100 in total, and I slowly understood more, like a little bit more, not loads. But I think the author, what's her name? Alex Astor, has done that on purpose. I don't know why. I don't know where this book is going. I don't, like, the back doesn't give you much. So, because usually when I get like this about a book, I read the back because usually the back gives you more of an idea of what's going to happen. This is literally giving me nothing. Like, actually nothing. This, we found out in the first chapter. Like, that's it. So I have no idea what I'm going into, and I don't know if I'm mentally prepared for it or like mentally ready to go through something like that. Like, I don't really want to think. I kind of just wanted a nice, easy fantasy that I could enjoy, and I thought I was going to get it from this, but I'm a bit like, what is going on? Like, it's the first 100 pages, and I feel like, I don't know, there's been certain things that have happened that if I was more interested in the character or if I felt like there was more chemistry between the two characters, I would be like kicking my feet and like giggling, but I haven't. Like, there's been one moment where I was like, ah, that's so good. Like, what is going on? Because I like the guy. Like, there's just something interesting about him, but I don't know. I don't know. Usually right now, like, I'm either in love with a character or I'm not, or there's like loads of chemistry, and I haven't really been feeling that with this. I don't know. It's only 100 pages in, and there's like just under 400, I think. Just over 400. There's 409. So we've still got like another 300 pages to go and find out. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel. I'm gonna carry on. I'm probably gonna read until like halfway and get back to you with my feelings. But I just wanted to be like, just wanted to say that I'm a bit unsure of what to think and how to feel. Because I haven't been getting that tension between the two characters, and then it makes me think, is that happening between the two characters, or am I like making that up? but I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure it's them. But I haven't, like, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's carry on reading. I've just been running around because I'm determined to finish this book today. Like today. I'm going on holiday today and I really don't want to bring this with me because I know I'm going to finish it and I'm just going to have a book. So originally I was just going to take my Kindle and not a physical book. So I need to finish this book, but I'm just over 300 pages. I'm like past halfway. I've only got 100 pages left to go. I'm not sure how I feel about this book. I don't know what it is about it, but I'm just not connecting to the characters, not really connecting to the story. I don't really feel any chemistry between like any of them. I'm very much like, I know this is a love story, I know this is an enemies to lovers, but it just doesn't feel like that. I don't know if it's the writing because it feels very much like it doesn't go into depth. Because comparing this to how Powerless was written, like this one just seems like it scrapes the surface with things, and sometimes it goes a little bit deeper. Sometimes there's really cute moments, but not all the time. Whereas like when I was reading Powerless, it was constantly all the time. Like I was connecting to the characters, rooting for them, like feeling all like the possible feelings that I could feel. And I'm really disappointed because I'm not getting this. This feels very much as if things are being put into the book for the sake of it. Like I'm not getting sucked into the world. I feel as if I am just trying to force myself to read. And I shouldn't be feeling that about a book. So at the moment it is sitting at like a 3 stars for me, which is absolutely like awful. Like I feel awful because I'm just not, I don't know how to describe it. When I read a fantasy book, I really want to like forget that I'm reading. I feel like for the past like 2 books I've read, or for the past like couple fantasies I've read, I have felt as if that I haven't been reading and I've been in the world, like actually like there, living through it. And I'm just not getting that with this book. I feel terrible for saying that, like actually terrible for saying that. But yeah, it just feels as if it was written for like the tropes, for like the audience, so that we would love it. Not as if it like worked with the story. Am I making sense? I don't know how to say what I'm saying. That doesn't make sense. I don't know how to say how I'm feeling. Like I know in my head what I mean, but I don't know if I'm getting it out right. I just feel like, I feel as if a lot of the things that happen in the book, a lot of what the characters are saying to each other are there for the sake of being there, are there because as readers we have expressed that we like when characters do that. It feels as if it's just been plopped in there, that it's just done that to get that reaction instead of being there because that's where the characters like are and how they feel. Does that make sense? Is that making sense? I have no idea what these characters like thoughts are, and I think that's a little bit annoying because one, I really like reading books in first person. I like to be as if I'm in the head, and this book isn't written in first person. I think is it Karen? Third person. I am right. Third person. It's written in third person. I just had to check that was right. And sometimes I really like reading that, sometimes I don't like that. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it's written really, really well and you might as well be in the head of the character because they are like expressing a lot more emotion. They are going into depth about things and I just feel like this isn't going into depth. I don't know, I'm not getting the character development of it. I'm not getting the intensity between like the two people that are supposed to be lovers. I'm very much like, what? Like, what? Like, where did this come from? You know, I don't know. I don't know if it's just me. I might just be waffling, but that's how I feel. So I'm going to try and finish the book because I don't want to DNF it. I want to see how it ends because part of me does really want to read the next one. But I don't know. I'm going to see how this one ends. If it leaves on a cliffhanger, so whatnot. If I start feeling a little bit more towards it. But so far, I don't know. Let's just carry on. This is really weird because I'm like enjoying it to the point where I would recommend it as like an easy read, but don't know if I would rave about it. Because reading this now and reading like the chapter that I've just read, I'm now like, maybe I am enjoying it. Maybe there is something. Like I am curious about one character though, but Isla, is it Isla or Isla? Whatever her name is. I'm not really interested in her. I wish there was dual POVs or like POVs where like the three of them, where you've got Grim, Oro, is that his name? And Isla. I wish I think it's Isla. I wish we got POVs from all three of them in first person, so I don't know, we would know truly what was going on, what was happening, or like how they were feeling and everything, because right now I just feel like I'm guessing a lot of things, but I've got nothing. Like I'm guessing things and have got slight theories, but not allowing myself to have loads of theories. I don't know, I'm so confused about how I feel about this book, because I would recommend it, but also I wouldn't really talk about it as well. Does that make sense? I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna carry on reading. Let's just keep going. What? What? Finished it. What the hell? Like actually, what the hell? I don't even know how to like feel about it. Like how do I feel? Can you tell me how I feel? Because I don't know how I feel. Like what just happened? I'm gonna be honest, it's not my favourite thing in the entire world, but part of me does want to try the second one, because how this book left off and all the things that came to light, I'm like, what? Why? Like, what's gonna happen? What? I've never been so confused about a book in my entire life, especially with one, what to rate it, because I'm stuck between a 3 and a 4. Just because, again, I didn't like the choppiness of the book. It felt very, especially with like jumping from chapter to chapter, I was getting a little bit confused of where we were. So I didn't like that. It didn't feel smooth. So I'm thinking like a 3.5. It was almost a 4. I just don't know. I just don't know how I feel about that book. I think I'm going to need a few days. But yeah, I'm probably going to rate it at 3.5. So yeah, I would recommend it because all in all, I think it's an enjoyable book. I'm not going to say it was easy to read because I was confused about certain things, but it was enjoyable. I mean, I can understand why people would absolutely fall in love with the book, especially with the plot twists. I don't know, I think the only thing for me, I wasn't really connecting to the characters or really the story. The plot was interesting enough, and the ending has got me a little bit more intrigued with how things are gonna go, just because I love a little like man competition about who's gonna get the girl and like what's gonna happen. So yeah, but I think a lot of the like romance aspect of the book was very from nothing to like suddenly everything, and they were all in love. It didn't really get much of a middle. I wish there was a little bit more banter or a little bit more like snappiness, and I wish there was like a little bit more like tension and build up, and just I wish we went deeper into feelings and deeper into like everything. I honestly wish it was in first person, and I wish there was multiple POVs, because I feel like if we were inside Auro's or Grimm's head going through everything, especially knowing what happens at the end, I think I would have been a lot more invested. I think I would have loved the book more and be more intrigued of what's going to happen. And also I think we would have had more of like a character development. I didn't really feel like there was any character development in that. I don't know. Anyway, all in all, I think it's a good book. I mean, yeah. And they're making it into a film, so I can see it being a good film. But I don't know. You guys read it. Tell me how you feel about it, because I actually really want to know how other people feel about it. But I think I'm going to give it like a 3, 3.5, something like that. But anyway, I'm going to end this video here. I hope you have enjoyed it. I mean, we've read a 5-star read and a 3-star read in this video. And then a 4-star. We've done it. We've done 3, 4, and 5. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Hopefully I'll do some more like genre reading vlog soon. So let me know if there's a genre of book that you want me to try out and read. Because I need to get a bit out of my comfort zone. But I'm such a dark romance, fantasy, romantasy, just romance girl that like I don't want to venture out into anything else. But let me know if there is any like reading vlogs that you want me to do or see, because honestly I would take any ideas right now. But I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace. Goodbye.